There are certain conditions in which you need to execute the same block of code again and again. For example, if you want to print 10 consecutive equal signs in 3 lines to make a separator, then you could do it with different methods. One could be to use 3 echo statements and put 10 equal signs in each. For example, apparently, it's not that hard to do so with echo statement. But imagine, if you have to print 100 such lines, that means you will write 3 times 100 equals 300 echo statements. Loads of typing and hassles to organize them. Here, we can use loops to write few lines which will print more output depending on our loop's condition. Let's move towards our today's lecture, which is about loops. But before we get to the actual loops explanation, let us first understand the basic definition of loops. The idea of a loop is to do something over and over again until the task has been complete.
These are some types of looping.
For loop, while loop, and for each loop. For loop. Loops through a block of code with a specified number of times. The basic structure for a for loop is initialization, condition, and increment. Initialization happens the first time the loop is run. It is used to initialize variables or perform other actions that are to be performed before the first execution of the body of the loop. Condition evaluated before each execution of the body of the loop. If the condition is true, the body of the loop will be executed. If it is false, the loop is exited and program execution resumes at the first line after the body of the loop.
Increment, an action that is to be performed after each execution of the loop body. In this for loop code, we can see that the variable used here is a variable a. So in this portion of the code is called initialization. This is where the partial value of the for loop code takes place. This is the part where the condition takes place. Condition serves as the ruler of the code. So here we can see that in order for the code to continue to loop, variable a should be less than or equal to 10. If the variable already exceeded to its maximum number, the loop will stop. This is the increment. Increment serves as the adder of the code. In this code, it will add a value of 1 to our partial value for every loop. In this area of the code, we can echo hello world so that it will serve as the output of the code. So now we have the output of 10 hello worlds using the for loop. Inside the for loop, we have an initialization with the variable a that has a value of 1. The condition of the loop is variable a should be less than or equal to 10, so that it will continue to execute the code. Since the condition here is true, it will print hello world. The increment will add 1 to the partial value of variable a, so the value of variable a now is 2. Since 2 is less than 10, so it will print hello world. Then again, increment will add 1 to the partial value of a until it will reach to the maximum number, which is 10. So here, variable a has a value of 10, which is in the condition is true because variable a is equal to 10. Then it will print hello world. So beyond 10, the condition will be false, so the loop will stop. We're now done with our for loop tutorial. Let's now have while loop. While loop loops through a block of code while a specified condition is true. So this is the syntax code of while loop. So here we can see that inside of while is a condition that it should be true in order for the code to execute looping. Like in for loop, this part is the initialization in while loop. This will give the partial value of the variable. Then, inside of while is the condition where the variable here should be less than or equal to 10 in order for the program to continue to loop. Then, this part is where the output of the code takes place. Also, this is where the increment takes place. So now, we have 10 hello worlds. But what if we forgot to put the increment? Let's see the output of the code. So here we can see that we have an infinite output of hello world. It is because the variable a here will always have a value of 1. So it will always be less than 10. And the condition will always be true and prints hello world infinitely. So here we can say that increment plays an important role in this code because it will add a value of 1 to the variable every time it loops until it reaches to its maximum number. For this while code, we have the initialization of variable a with a value of 1. Inside the while is the condition that variable a should be less than or equal to 10. Since value of variable a is 1 and 1 is less than 10, so it will print hello world. Then the increment here will add 1 to the value of variable a, so it will become 2. Still, 2 is less than 10, so it will print hello world. Then again, increment will add 1 to the variable a, so it will become 3. Then the same process until it reaches 10. When variable a reaches 10, it will still print hello world because it is said that a should be less than or equal to 10. So it will print hello world. But after that, it will no longer print hello world because the increment will add 1 to the variable a, so it will become 11 and the condition now is false. We're now done with our while loop tutorial. For our last tutorial, we will have for each loop. For each loop loops through a block of code for each element in an array. So this is the syntax code for each loop. So we can see here that inside for each is variable a passing its value to variable b. For coding, first create a basic array. So for this example, we will have 1, 2, and 3. So we have a variable A, then type for each. Then inside for each type variable A as variable B. So in this part of the code, variable A is passing its value to variable B. So let's echo variable B. So this is the output of the code. So the output is 1, 2, and 3, which is the value of A. So we have an array of numbers with 1, 2, and 3, and variable numbers here pass its value to variable value. And we will now use variable value to print the output of the code. Since variable numbers here have a value of 1, 2, and 3, pass it to variable value. So variable value now has a value of 1, 2, and 3. So it will print 1, 2, and 3. So now we're done with our tutorial, and I hope you learned something out of it. Have a good day.